Everyone, welcome to 100 Days of Making Comics, round 2. This is day 45. That's right, little Bloody. Coming to say hello. Well, today's a little bit of it's going to be a bit of a short update because I don't have a lot of time, and I also don't want to, because I'm still working on this, so I don't want to spoil too much, but I've just put in about an hour after a very long day at work. I thought I had Spanish class, but apparently I lost my last Spanish class of this season last week when I was on holiday. And I told them I was going on holiday, but they didn't tell me it was going to be the last class. So that's a bit silly, but I had a birthday party to go to. So we caught a little bit of sun on the terrace, had a couple of beers, still got home at a reasonable hour, and made sure I got my hour in working on the comic book. So right now I'm working on, I've got about 11 pages, but page 11 needed a little bit of work. I wanted to go over what I had written up until this point. There'd been some new ideas brewing and throwing around, so I wanted to think about that a little bit more. And then I started, after I finished up page 11, I spent most of the past hour working on page 12. There's a lot of text here, and this is kind of, like, I had a lot of ideas for this one page after they found the skull, where there's just a lot of the vibe that I kind of need to get across, but there's a lot of opportunities for little tidbits of information that, that hint at all this stuff that I've been thinking about, all this world building, like, like these kids are trapped here, like, like they're indentured. What do you call that? Like when you have to pay off a debt that someone has gotten you in. And so there's all these opportunities to kind of hint at that they're earning money, but really it's to pay off this debt. That the doors are wide open, but there's nowhere really to run. I kind of want to get in towards the end of these pages, when one of them tries to make a run for it and is shown the door. But here with the skull, there was an opportunity to kind of hint like, so is this one of us who made a run for it on another ship? And then of course they discover there's a lot more about this skull than meets the eye. But I wanted to have like a little fun moment of the Taskmaster, like wanting to like have a teachable moment about a little bit of history, but also like pay respect to the dead. And then, he notices something and just snaps off a tooth, and it leads to the revelation, like there's all this technology in there, but it's also 1,000 years old. And this is where the science fiction kicks in. So there was a lot of little tidbits of information I needed to be able to convey through text to add to the visuals. So yeah, that took about an hour. So hope you guys are doing well. Like I said, this is going to be a short update, but this is kind of an important page for me. So I'll probably be ruminating over these lines a lot more tomorrow at work, but I think the basic gist of what is definitely going to be on the page is here. So yes, I'm happy. See you guys tomorrow on day 46.